Hello everyone, welcome back to physics online classes for class 12 students. Let us continue chapter 3, current electricity. Today we are going to study about an instrument, and that is meter bridge. You can remember in the previous class we studied about Wheatstone's network, and that derivation carries 5 marks in your board examination. Using that Wheatstone's network principle, we are going to study about an instrument, that is meter bridge. So this instrument is very important for your practical examination because using meter bridge, you are going to find unknown resistances in your practical examination. Right? So now, before going to study about meter bridge, let us revise quickly what we have studied in the previous class. Yes, in the previous class we studied about Wheatstone's network. Yes, Wheatstone's network consists of 4 resistances P, Q, S and R. These 4 resistances are connected in a cyclic order. One more resistance, that is galvanometer, is connected between the terminals. You can remember B and D. And this galvanometer is having resistance capital G. And then cell is connected to the terminals A and C. Using Kirchhoff rules, we found the balancing condition for Wheatstone's network. We considered junction rule as well as loop rule. Junction rule is Kirchhoff first rule, loop rule is Kirchhoff second rule. And also we used sign conventions to find balancing condition or balancing equation for Wheatstone's network. Yes, what is the final equation? P divided by Q is equal to R divided by S. P over Q equal to R by S. This is balancing condition for Wheatstone's network. Then what is the meaning of balancing the network? Remember, the network or the bridge is said to be balanced only when current through the galvanometer is 0. When no current is flowing through the galvanometer, then the bridge is said to be balanced, and the balancing equation is P by Q equal to R divided by S, or R1 by R2 is equal to R3 divided by R4. So this derivation we studied in the previous class. Now we are going to study about an instrument, meter bridge. This meter bridge works on the principle of Wheatstone's network. If you understand Wheatstone's network, then only it is easy to study about meter bridge. Now let us study about the instrument meter bridge. Yes, you can observe this diagram. This is a meter bridge. So why this instrument is called meter bridge? Because this instrument consists 1 meter wire. It has a 1 meter wire, and then there is a bridge, there is a connection between the terminals A and C. So we are going to call it as meter bridge. And remember, this meter bridge is used to determine unknown resistance. Is it clear? It is used to find unknown resistance of the wire. So we are using meter bridge. Let us observe the first point. The meter bridge is an instrument. This instrument works on the principle of Wheatstone's network. On which principle meter bridge works? Meter bridge works on the principle of Wheatstone's network. Then, this meter bridge consists of uniform resistance wire. It consists of a uniform wire having certain resistance, and this is having length of 1 meter long, stretched on a wooden board. Here, between the terminals A and C, you can observe there is a 1 meter wire. How much? 1 meter wire is stretched along the wooden board. Right? Then its ends are connected to 2 L-shaped thick metal strips that are provided with the terminals A and C for the connection. Observe this diagram. there are two L-shaped thick metallic strips. So these are the L-shaped metallic strips. Is it clear? So this is L-shaped metallic strips. The ends are connected to these 2 points, that is at the point A and C, that 1 meter wire is connected. And between these two metal strips, another long straight metal strip is placed so that two gaps are formed as shown in the figure. There is a gap between two L-shaped strips. This is called left gap. You can observe there is a gap on left side. So we are going to call it as left gap. And this is a right gap. This gap is on the right side. So we are going to call it as right gap. Between these two metal strips, another long straight metal strip is placed here, this part, so that two gaps are formed. Left gap and right gap. Then the standard resistance box Q, it is connected across right gap. Where is the right gap here? This is the right gap. At the right gap, what we are going to connect? We are going to connect standard resistance box. What it is? This is a standard resistance box which is denoted by Q. Where the standard resistance box is connected, we have to connect standard resistance box or known resistance on the right gap of the meter bridge. Then on the left gap of the meter bridge, that is here. This is the left gap. In this left gap, we are going to connect unknown resistance. P is what? Unknown resistance wire. Means here we are going to connect a wire and its resistance value we don't know. It is unknown resistance wire. Remember, we are going to connect known resistance on right gap and unknown resistance on left gap. Then a cell of EMF E is connected between the terminals A and C. Here, between the terminals A and C, a cell is connected and it is having EMF E. A sensitive galvanometer is connected to B terminal. With its other end is connected to a sliding contact. This is what? Sliding contact, or we can also call it as a jockey. Is it clear? This is a slider or sliding contact. It is just like a pen. When we move that sliding contact on this 1 meter wire, we will get deflections in the galvanometer. Is it clear? Then, by adjusting the position of the sliding contact on the wire, the position D is found for which there is no deflection in the galvanometer. In a simple manner, I will explain about meter bridge. This is a meter bridge. There are three terminals, A, B and C. Between A and C, there is a 1 meter wire. 1 meter wire is stretched along the wooden board. Right? So, we are going to call it as meter bridge. Then, there are two L-shaped thick metal strips. These are two L-shaped thick metal strips. Now, between two L-shaped metal strips, one more long strip is connected so that there is a gap between these two L-shaped strips. One is on the left side, we can call it as left gap. Another is on the right side, so we can call it as right gap. On the right gap, always it is connected to known resistance or standard resistance. Unknown resistance is always connected on left side. So, P indicates unknown resistance. Is it clear? Remember, this meter bridge is used to determine unknown resistance of the wire. And it works on the principle of Wheatstone's network. How many resistances are there in the Wheatstone's network? Totally there are 4 resistances. Likewise, in meter bridge, again there are 4 resistances. You can observe P is one resistance, Q is the second resistance, R is the third resistance, S is the fourth resistance. How many resistances are there? 4 resistances, because it works on the principle of Wheatstone's network. Then finally, a cell is connected between the terminals A and C. Now, for the terminal B, galvanometer is connected, and one end of the galvanometer is connected to sliding contact. So it is just like a pen, sliding contact, or we can call it as a jockey. So this pen, we have to move on this 1 meter wire. When we move that sliding contact on this wire, we will get deflections in the galvanometer. Needle of the galvanometer starts to deflect. Now, we want a balancing condition. We want to measure balancing length. What we are going to do here, when this pen or the sliding contact is moving on this wire, so that needle of the galvanometer starts to deflect, where we will get 0 deflection in the galvanometer, then we can say that the bridge is balanced. Now we can measure balancing length. What is the total length of the wire? 1 meter. Let us consider L is the length of wire for the resistor R. Remaining is how much? 1 minus L, because 1 meter minus L. That gives remaining part, that is S resistor. You can understand about meter bridge clearly when you are going to do practical, that is experiment. I already uploaded the practical videos. You can refer practical video to understand meter bridge. Is it clear? Now, the meter bridge is said to be balanced. Let L equal to AD. This is balancing length in meter. So see here, there is a meter scale on this meter bridge, on this wooden block. On that meter scale, we connected 1 meter wire. When you are going to move that sliding contact on the wire, where you will get 0 deflection in the galvanometer, there you have to stop it. For example, at point D, I got 0 deflection in galvanometer. It shows 0 deflection. Then we have to measure balancing length. How to measure balancing length? From the terminal A to point D. So that gives balancing length. Then the resistance of the wire AD is equal to R, and that of the wire DC is equal to S. Whatever the balancing length we measured, that is R value. Remaining part we can take it as S value. Now we can use balancing condition. See here, we already derived balancing condition because it works on the principle of Wheatstone's network. Now let us write. The balancing condition is, what is the balancing condition? We already derived. P divided by Q is equal to R divided by S. So this is the balancing condition for Wheatstone's network. Here, as the resistance of the wire is proportional to its length. We already know that. We already studied about resistance. Resistance at constant temperature, resistance of the wire is directly proportional to length of the wire. So we can write R is directly proportional to L. Is it clear? Here you can observe this diagram. R is directly proportional to L. Then S is directly proportional to how much? 1 minus L. S is directly proportional to 1 minus L, because we know that resistance of the wire is directly proportional to its length at constant temperature. So now equation 1. Here you can substitute R and S value in equation 1. Therefore, equation 1 becomes, substitute the values. P divided by Q, keep as it is equal to R divided by S. In place of R, R is equal to balancing length L divided by S is equal to remaining length, that is 1 minus L. P by Q equal to L divided by 1 minus L, or we can write P equal to, why we have to write P on LHS side? Because P is unknown resistance that we are going to find using meter bridge. P value, that is P equal to, we can write Q into L divided by 1 minus L. So here using this equation, easily we can find unknown resistance of the wire. How to find unknown resistance using meter bridge? Using this equation, P equal to Q into L divided by 1 minus L. Or sometimes the notations may be different in the practical book or in any other textbook. See here. So we used P for unknown resistance and Q for known resistance. Q for known resistance. Sometimes we are using the alphabet S here. Is it clear? S indicates standard resistance. R indicates unknown resistances here. And here they are using P and Q alphabets. Don't get confused. We can write any alphabets here. Right? Now this equation can be written as, so here instead of P we can write R. R equal to SL divided by, suppose in terms of centimeter if they had given, so 1 meter equal to 100 centimeters, so we can write R equal to SL divided by 100 minus L. So in your practical manual, you are using these notations. Or simply you can use P equal to QL by 1 minus L. It is in terms of meter. If you are using in terms of centimeter, we can write R equal to SL divided by 100 minus L. Is it clear? So this equation we can use to find unknown resistance of the wire using meter bridge. Yes, what is the principle of meter bridge? Meter bridge works on the principle of Wheatstone's network. Yes, what is meter bridge? Meter bridge is an instrument which is used to determine unknown resistance of the wire. Then which equation is used to find unknown resistance in meter bridge? That is P equal to QL divided by 1 minus L, or we can use R equal to SL divided by 100 minus L. Now we can find resistivity of material of the wire using meter bridge. You are having experiment determination of resistivity of material of the wire using meter bridge. Remember, this experiment you are going to do in your practical examination. Yes, we already know about resistivity. We know that resistance is directly proportional to length of the wire, right? R is directly proportional to L. And similarly, R is inversely proportional to cross-sectional area only at constant temperature. At constant temperature, resistance is directly proportional to length and inversely proportional to its cross-sectional area. This condition you have to remember. So this equation can be written as R is directly proportional to L by A, or R equal to proportionality constant rho L divided by A. So this rho is called resistivity of the material. So this rho value we can find using meter bridge. Right? Now the unknown resistance P of the wire of length L, cross-sectional area A, resistivity rho is given by. Yes, how to write the equation? If the resistance is P, I can write P is equal to rho into length is L and area is A. P equal to rho into L divided by A, or we can write P equal to rho into L divided by cross-sectional area of the wire, that is in place of A we can write pi r square. Is it clear? A equal to pi r square. So we can use this equation to find resistivity. So this equation can be written as rho equal to, the equation becomes pi r square P divided by L. So this is the equation to find resistivity of the material using meter bridge. Yes, what is the equation? Rho equal to pi r square P divided by L. Remember, L indicates length of the wire which is measured, pi is constant 22/7, r is radius of the wire. How we are going to find the radius of the wire in your practical? Remember, to find the radius of the wire, thickness of the wire, you can use screw gauge. Remember, we are using screw gauge to find radius of the wire. Then P is what? Resistance. That is unknown resistances. With the help of meter bridge, you can calculate P value, substitute all the values in this equation, then easily you can find resistivity of material of the wire. Is it clear? So this is all about an instrument which is called meter bridge. To understand about the instrument clearly, you can watch the practical classes. I will send you the YouTube link related to resistivity of material of the wire. So this experiment I already explained. You can watch that video classes regarding the practicals. So there it will be very clear regarding meter bridge. So this meter bridge works on the principle of Wheatstone's network. So in the next class, I am going to teach you about potentiometer. Potentiometer is the last topic of this chapter 3. Right? Okay, we can continue in the next class.